What's happening, gang? It's your boy Retro back again with another reaction video. Yeah. So we got another huge update. You guys can probably already tell that it is going down just by that title alone. You guys are definitely gonna want to see this one. So now seeing serious legal trouble incoming on that activist judge who's been trying to block the deportation of these illegal migrant gang members. So we now have Border Czar Tom Homan coming out with a statement that all gloves are off in this newest update, guys, and I'm excited to get into it. So we're not straight into it. Just please make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Without further ado, let's get into it, y'all. Check this one out.
Well, I'm not running a popularity contest. I'm arresting public safety threats, as President Trump promised, as American people demand, because they put Trump, they elected President Trump because of his promise to secure the border and remove public safety threats. Those are illegal in the United States. That's exactly what we did. I said at CPAC I was going to Boston, and I did. I kept my promise, and we arrested 370 people, majority of them criminals. And as you said, murderers, child rapists. We seized guns. We drug traffickers, gun traffickers, drug traffickers. A lot of public safety threats. What Mayor Wu should be doing, along with the governor of that state, Massachusetts, they ought to be thanking us, because we made that city and that state much safer, taking all these public safety threats off the streets of Boston and Massachusetts. You would think they'd be thanking us.
Well, CBS, Tom, looked into ICE Boston's claims that these illegal aliens charged with child rape are being released into the city, and they found out that it's true. Okay, so in recent months, Guatemalans charged with aggravated child rape and a Honduran charged with assault and rape were all released, and the ICE detainer ignored.
Who?
Now, wait a minute. Now, Mayor Wu testified under oath that Tom Homan was lying, that this wasn't happening. Well, look.
Go after her. Go after her. She lied. You heard him. Mayor Wu lied under oath. I'm sorry, you heard him. Lied under oath. Go after her. That's perjury right there on the stand. She could be investigated and prosecuted for that. Just that right there.
Testified under oath that Tom Homan was lying, that this wasn't happening.
Don't let her get away.
This week it is. Again, a majority of these 370 arrests were public safety threats. And one of the cases I looked at, it was a child rapist, raped a little girl. They released him. It took us 2 years to find him. How many little kids did he attack in those 2 years? So look, President Trump is serious about this. We're going to arrest public safety threats. That's what we're prioritizing. And in sanctuary cities, we'll double down. If we have to, we'll send double the manpower. They're not going to stop us. We're going to do what the American people want and make their neighborhoods safer from illegal aliens that commit crimes against citizens, especially child rapists.
Come on now, and that's what it comes down to, the basics. That's what we voted this guy Donald Trump in office for. That was his agenda all on the campaign trail, and Tom Homan is just trying to come through with a follow through at the end, and it doesn't make sense to me. Who would want to keep these known criminals inside of our country, just roaming around with all of our citizens? Who knows what kind of crimes they're going to commit, what they're going to be up to next. This activist judge, Mr. James E. Boasberg, ought to be ashamed of himself. I really want them to look into why he is so badly wanting to defend the deportation of these known criminal gang members that came here illegally. It doesn't make sense to me why he would want that, or want them to stay in here, unless he has some type of other interest, or else someone's putting him up to it. He's being funded. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I would definitely think that it's worth looking into, guys.
Aliens that commit crimes against citizens, especially child rapists.
Big news today in two different iterations of the same case challenging the deportations of Trend Aragua and other threats to our national security to El Salvador. First, Judge James Boasberg, district court judge, saying that these people weren't given any due process. There was no process at all to ensure that they were actually TDA members. He said you can basically arrest them and confine them, but before you ship them off, they have to have some individualized hearing to determine that they actually are even part of that group. What do you say to that tonight?
Due process, guys. Tell that to the victims' families who have been, attacked, assaulted, and even murdered by folks that are here illegally. Excuse me, guys. Does not make sense to me while they're talking about, or this guy, James E. Boasberg, once again, is trying to advocate or defend these folks saying there was no due process. Give me a break.
Look, I'm not an attorney, but I know how to read. I know the Alien Enemies Act says, and that's what we did. President Trump, through proclamation, put the Alien Enemy Act in play, and that's a law that was enacted by Congress and signed by the president. He invoked his authorities under the AEA, and what we did was, following the AEA, we removed not only national security threats, terrorists. Everybody in that plane was Tren de Agua or MS-13, which have been designated terrorist organizations. So we removed them. When they talk about due process, I said it this weekend. What due process did Lake and Riley get?
Yeah.
What due
Come on
process
now.
did all these little girls who got murdered and raped, what due process did they get? What
Come
due
on.
process of the young lady who was burned alive on a subway? What due process did she get?
And this right here is why I just can get behind and support Tom Homan, his mission so much, because he does not forget anything. He always makes it make sense too. He's with me. I'm always offering up a common sense perspective, and Tom Homan is throwing it right back at us. I mean, it just makes the most sense. I love his answers, man. It's exactly what I'm thinking.
A young lady who was burned alive on a subway. What due process did she get? I mean, bottom line is we follow the statute of the AEA, and we're going to continue to arrest public safety threats. Now, we may be holding on more arrests on removals on the Alien Enemies Act, but it's not going to stop us to keep arresting TDA members, taking them off the street. And we're going to continue doing that. We're going to continue arresting public safety threats without apology.
Tom, Judge Patricia Millett actually said, and she knew she was going to be quoted, and this is why she said it in open court today in the D.C. Court of Appeals. Again, the same case. She said that Nazis were given more process than the individuals removed under the Alien and Enemies Act.
What?
Your response to her?
That doesn't make sense.
Just another example of out-of-touch a judge, an activist judge, making a comparison. Are you kidding me? To the Holocaust and Nazis? First, what the hell has that got to do with anything? We're talking about.
That's what I was. Oh my! Back to what I said, guys. Tom Homan and me are usually on the same exact page. Cause I'm sitting here listening to that quote, and I'm like, "What? What does that have to do with the price of tea in China?" I would really love to know. Doesn't make any sense.
Holocaust and Nazis. First, what the hell has that got to do with anything? We're talking about Aliens Enemies Act. We're talking about terrorists being deported from the United States. It's disgusting she even said that, and to just try to evoke more, nonsense on the left media, whatever. But it's a ridiculous statement to make. And again, it's another example of an activist judge who doesn't understand, or probably understands, but wants to push back against the Trump administration, who was given a mandate to arrest public safety threats and get them out of the country, especially terrorists. So, it is what it is, but I think DOJ will win this case, and we'll keep doing what we're doing. The president has made it clear. We're going to arrest illegal aliens. We're going to prioritize public safety threats and national security threats. We're going to continue to do it. We're going to do it without apologies, especially in sanctuary cities who let these people hit the streets and create a public safety issue.
Yo, there we have it, guys. Borders are Tom Homan with another serious message to these activist judges, these rogue officials that think they're going to stop, get in the way of the deportation efforts that we're seeing being carried out across our country. It's not happening. It's not happening at all. Tom Homan understands why he's in a spot that he's in, his current position, his borders are. He understands that the people need him, the people of our great nation need him to step up and not back down or cower to these folks, these rogue individuals that want to get in the way of what the American people voted them in there to do. I mean, they can't stop until this whole thing is cleaned up. And it sounds like they're going to win. Hopefully Congress challenges them, these rogue judges that keep trying to come out, because we cannot allow them to be able to have a say so on or overrule Donald Trump's executive power, I should say. Doesn't make sense to me why they think they have that authority or that power, especially this James E. Boasberg. He's the one that originally directed that plane full of known illegal gang members to turn around and come back into our country, posing even a bigger security threat on our nation. It doesn't make sense to me, but it's truly amazing to watch Tom Homan at work. I mean, the amount of work they've gotten done in just over 60 days is incredible. We, the people, are very proud, and we want him to continue on that mission, guys. Definitely up in the comment section. No, comments are open. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Curious to see you guys' thoughts on this whole thing. Also, make sure you guys please hit that like button. Also, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoy content like this, catch you guys on the next one week.